Today I'm joined by fellow colleague Irina to discuss our personal picks for a watch collection under $25,000. So let's get right into it. Irina, thank you so much for joining me. Always a pleasure to have you on the videos. I guess you actually brought this topic to me about building a $25,000 or below watch collection. I guess before we get into our actual collections and what we picked, what was kind of the mindset that you had in picking the watches to actually add to the collection?
Well, I feel you and I both talk about that what is important to have it for in a daily basis and something for special occasion and something that you can travel with, you can start curating your collection and what is important to have. And I guess that idea was born, and that's how Mark and I started talking about. But we did limit ourselves to 25,000, which is, I think it's a really healthy base. Yeah. And we pick amazing pieces. I cannot wait to see yours.
Yeah, for sure. I think 25,000 is a good price point, kind of for a healthy watch collection. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of money.
You can
obviously
start at 25.
Right. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. I mean, you can spend a lot more and do a lot worse. Obviously, you can spend a lot less and also have some great pieces. But yeah, I think it's a great overall price point where you have good variety. You have more than more than one, more than two, I would say. Really nice luxury watches. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's kind of reveal what do we have in our collection. Okay. Interesting. I think I got you beat, but I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
I'll let you do the honors. How about you start with your first piece?
All right. So my collection is IWC and Panerai, and I just love the simplicity of all three pieces. I guess I would like to start with Panerai PAM 1086 in 44 millimeter. What I like about this is a manually wound. It's a 3-day power reserve. It is easy to wear with something more on the casual side, like a Salamanca strap. You can also switch to a rubber, and this is can be your summer watch, your travel watch. It's really comfortable. It's easy exchange on the strap and the buckle, comes with the tools, and also I love the price of this piece. It's $5,600. You can't beat that for Panerai, for manually wound, for classic luminaire marina, high polish case, time only. Love this piece.
Yeah, no, it's a great watch. Base logo Panerais, I think, are some of the best from the brand, right?
I agree.
And they're also just some of the more collectible and more sought after pieces from Panerai collectors, right? Because they're really the true essence, I think, of Panerai is captured here. Sandwich style dial, again, you get the base logo, of course, the Luminor crown guard. It's just everything iconic about a Panerai Luminor. It's a great piece, but I don't think it beats my first watch, which is the newly released as of last year, Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT. This is a much more apt travel watch because you can track a second time zone as opposed to the Panerai, which you can't. I love this kind of Coke bezel, almost like neo-vintage styling with the gilt accents on the bezel, the dial, and of course for a lot less, $47.75, you even get a metal bracelet in 39 millimeters, which I think is the absolute perfect size, where here is, I think, 44, right? So this is, I think, a very low-key, understated, but very functional wristwatch. Again, on a bracelet, super comfortable, perfect for everyday use, whether you're traveling or wearing it every day. Me personally, and I don't know if this is a hot take, I always gravitated towards GMTs over a dive watch. So, I own a GMT Master 2. I own both that and a Submariner. At one point, I ended up selling the Submariner. I've owned multiple dive watches, and every single time, I just say anything I can do with a dive watch, I could do with my GMT. So I just think the GMT is just a little bit better. That's why I picked this over, for example, the 58, the Black Bay 58, just a diver. But yeah, I absolutely love this watch.
Mine is so iconic with that case, and yours is like can be any other watch.
I mean, this is an icon in the making. The Black Bay 58 line, I would say is better selling right now than the Luminor.
Panerai introduce icons to icons, so.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you guys had the original, online collector community, right? I got to give it to you, but I think that the modern Tudor collector community is just as, if not more passionate nowadays than it is for the Panerai collector.
Okay.
I
love your choice.
Just making that point.
But, hopefully the viewers
let us know down in the comments.
Which one?
It's actually a great question, right? Like, do you prefer a diver or a GMT? Because it's kind of your perfect everyday watch, and I think people will be in one camp or the other. So it's always good to have feedback. Okay, your second piece.
My second piece is the thought behind this piece, I want to choose something really iconic from IWC, and I would say Portuguese chronograph. It's one of the best and seen after pieces from the entire collection of Portuguese. You're getting a stock chronograph, 41 millimeter. It is a thinner case size, and also what I like about this watch, there's pretty much no bezel, so it's view on the wrist really nicely, but not super large, like something can be in the dress size in the 41 millimeter. Iconic blue numerals with that gorgeous silver dial. Open case back, so we can view this beautiful in-house IWC movement. Alligator strap, dark blue alligator to match the indices in the hands, and of course, classic butterfly clasp. This watch to me can be wear more casually, but also will look great if you're dressed up, if you're wearing a suit today.
Yeah.
Great piece. It's also incredible value. It's $7,900 for a stainless steel for 8-year warranty. I have a hard time to think that you can beat this piece.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's one of my all-time favorites. What's cool is you could wear this on leather. I think even a sailcloth strap would look really, really nice on it, kind of dress it down a lot and make it less dressy, but I think it's a perfect understated piece. Whether you dress it up, you dress it down, you can do anything with this wristwatch. I don't know if it's water resistant, but for everyday use, anybody who's not like a saturation diver, it's an absolutely perfect watch. And I think design-wise, it's the Portuguese line personally is my favorite from
Absolutely.
IWC. I know you have another one that's obviously very iconic, but I think the Portuguese line is so good that I actually included one in my collection also, right?
Yes.
This is my personal favorite IWC is the 7-day Portuguese. I love
this watch.
Yeah, I love the symmetry of it. It's perfectly symmetrical, where here the font is a little less symmetrical. I would also choose this version, but with the blue numerals and the blued hands. It's my personal favorite. I just like blue. It's my favorite color. Contrasted with this white dial, 7-day movement, of course, with the new ceramic components, which actually help with the wear and tear over time. At $12,600, again, it's hard to think of a more iconic, classy, perfect everyday wristwatch. The same like your Portuguese chronograph, except this is a little bit more simple, a lot more understated, I think, in 42 millimeters. But I think they wear pretty similarly because that's kind of all dial, where this is, there is more bezel to it. So it wears kind of similar, although this is 42 versus 41.
I feel this piece is particularly, I would say you have to have slightly larger wrist for this, which is this one is very universal. Even if you have a smaller wrist on a larger size, it fits well. What I love about this one, that they did a dome crystal. This is a brand new addition for us. We just reintroduced this last Watches and Wonder. So it definitely feels smaller on the wrist right now than the previous generation.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful watch, right? I think IWC really is, like, for example, people will debate like Glashütte or JLC, but for me personally, right, and I love both brands. I've owned a Glashütte Pano Inverse. I haven't owned a Reverso yet, but I'm sure I will at some point in my collecting journey. But there's just something about IWC that speaks to me at this, let's say 10,000 to 25,000 price point, where we're talking, chronographs, perpetual calendars, something a little bit more kind of complicated, let's call it. I think IWC really shines in that price point. It's really where they dominate. I think that's their niche. And in the watch industry, like, although JLC and Glashütte are both excellent brands, technically very, very, very innovative, obviously very, very impressive. I just like the design of IWC a little bit more. It just feels a little richer, has a little bit more character to it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a little bit more biased because I predominantly work with IWC and Panerai more deeply, but this is my true choices. If you asking me, can I help you with the watch, that's the watches I will go for. They do something to you, I agree. It's something about IWC
Absolutely.
and their design.
I guess let's get into your last choice, which I'm kicking myself that I didn't choose because this is a great
I'm very
watch.
surprised you didn't choose that piece.
So
this is my choice. Was absolutely first thing I thought about, what would I choose in the metal bracelet? And there's two pieces I want to choose in the metal bracelets. That one of them is a little bit of a less value, which is I would go for Mark 40 on the bracelet, or a little bit on higher side, I chose Ingenieur. I don't think you can pass that collection or not talk about this collection because it's a classic Gerald Gente design, and IWC reintroduced that a couple years ago. Blue dial, it's a brand new edition, 40 millimeter, 100 meter water resistant screw down crown. It's still closed case back. this absolutely gorgeous bracelet with this stunning finishing, high polish on the bevel of the bezel, screw down crown. I mean, Marco, this is Genta. That's
Yeah.
You can't get this under with any designer less than 40,
Yeah.
50. So
You know, it's interesting. When this was released, I did scrutinize it a little bit, and I'll explain to you why. For
Tell
one,
me.
I didn't love the crown guards because the IWC Ingenieur, the original 1832, designed by Genta, didn't have crown guards. Secondly, I thought that there was two misses. One that they fixed. I think this is the newer style bracelet with the micro adjustment,
Correct.
right? Yeah. So this.
no, it's not.
It's not.
No, this is butterfly clasp.
Sorry,
which
yes.
is, that's what you
but
don't
can,
like.
But you can get the newer style
You
with
can.
with a micro adjustment, right? Which I like the fact that they updated, and I think that they missed on two other things. One is just an open case back. I understand it's a hallmark of the Ingenieur brand. You have the whole iron case, whatever. But come on, most brands use silicone components at this point. Most watches are amagnetic. And second of all, I wish they did like Vacheron, and they integrated a strap change system. So to take it off the bracelet, put it on a rubber strap, put it on a leather strap, because if you look at their Mark 20, for
Yes.
example, right? You could take the bracelet off very easily, put it
take
on
the
a leather.
strap off.
It's one of the most ingenious, and I think just as good as the Overseas, right? In terms of the strap change system. If they would have added it to the Ingenieur, it would have been an absolute home run.
Yes, but
like otherwise, aesthetically, the watch is beautiful.
But to
The
your
watch is
point, original Genta design, if we're going to talk about Patek, we're going to talk about AP. They don't come with the quick release strap
Right,
exchange
right.
on there, so I don't think it's that important. But
Right.
to your point, I agree. Everything is with the quick release right now, and it's such a great
Right.
ad. But
And IWC has
you
one
are
of the
going
best
to
systems.
Watches in Wonder, so
Yeah.
maybe there's
Maybe we'll see-
something.
yeah,
maybe,
maybe-
we'll see something
Yeah.
that we don't know.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe open casebacks, maybe some complications. So we'll see, right?
Okay. Yeah, it'll be
Looking
interesting.
forward to.
But I really like the blue. I like the black also. I like the titanium. I like the white. Every single one is really, really nice. Again, I really like the fact that they added the new micro adjustment clasp that you can order. And yeah, I even like the crown guard. The size is great too. I wish they made a 38 millimeter because I just like smaller watches, but it's not, you know, even at a 6 1/4 inch wrist, it's not too big
I
on my
think
wrist.
for 40 millimeter, they really hit the spot
Yeah.
of everything because they have to encounter everybody's like universal size, and I think 39 to 40 is just such a great size to
Yeah.
hit every market. This is ultimate watch that you can easily wear for traveling, for even lounging at the pool or doing any kind
Yeah,
of like
it's like the
more of
perfect
activity. It's
traveling
just a-
consultant watch.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
if you travel for work, that's a perfect wristwatch. for the
5-day
company.
power reserve, 120-hour movement, incredible.
Yeah.
Love this piece. 11,700. So comes with a couple different dial and also come in titanium. I would say this is the latest one, and I love the blue.
Yeah, gorgeous watch. Well, we're going to go from one icon to another, and that is the Omega Speedmaster. This is the 3861 Speedmaster with a sapphire sandwich, meaning it has the open display case back. Now, we don't have a white dial in stock. If we did, I would have probably chose the white over the black dial. I think
Okay.
the retail is a little bit more. It's like 8,600.
I think it's 89
Yeah,
for white
yeah,
dial.
something like
Yeah.
that. It's like maybe $1,000 difference. This
But
is
what a great
8,000.
piece.
Yeah, I mean, like an all-time classic, right? Like when we talk about iconic watches and iconic chronographs, for me, the most iconic chronograph of all time is not a Rolex Daytona. I would choose this. This is Omega Speedmaster. It's, you know, manual winding, 3861 movement with the coaxial escapement made by master watchmaker George Daniels. I mean, there's so much to love about this wristwatch. The fact that it has an open display case back is awesome as well. The bracelet is also new and improved versus the old 1861 bracelet, which I much prefer. And these watches also come with the micro adjustment
Which
in
is-
the clasp.
You like that a lot.
It's so convenient. Yeah, especially if you're going to use it as a sports watch, which I think this very much is. It's important to have some kind of micro adjustment, and both the Tudor and the Speedmaster have it. So that's really important to me. But yeah, when I was deciphering my collection, I said, okay, I need to have two kind of everyday watches, one dress watch, GMT, chronograph, and the Speedmaster, and of course you get the kind of ultimate dress watch. I think it's just a perfect 3-watch collection.
So let me ask you a question. Right now, you can have any of these watches, and which one would you choose? You can only have one. You don't know their prices, but you have no watches. Which
So
one
just
would you
one-
start?
just one out of
just
all
one.
of these.
Just one of all of them. You have 6 pieces to choose. Which one would you start?
Honestly speaking, it pains me to say this because it's your choice, but I go with the Ingenieur. I think that's the nicest watch out of. Obviously, I think this is technically, and the chronograph as well, they're both technically superior to the Ingenieur, but aesthetically, what does my
Yes.
eye go towards is that. Yeah.
Okay.
What about
No,
you?
I would choose the same thing. It's just
I think so.
I think that watch will hit so many different needs in your daily lifestyle and also in your collection, and it's also not a bad start to start your collection with that.
Sure.
I mean, it fits in everybody's collection, even our collectors calling and asking about this piece, but yes. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
very excited you chose my watch.
I look at this collection and I mean it's just so obvious who wins. Of course, it's me. You know.
Well, we don't know yet.
Yeah, I guess let us
Maybe it's me.
let us know down in the comments below who you think has a better watch collection. But Irina, thank you so much for joining us.
course,
Always a
thank
pleasure. And maybe we'll do it some other time with a different price point, maybe something
Absolutely.
more expensive, so this way we can have
Next
some
one
great
is
choices.
55 and up.
Yeah, 50,000 up. All right, sounds good. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I'm going to leave Irina's Instagram link down in the description below. If you want to follow her, she does post timepieces, or you want to reach out to her for any of these timepieces or anything that we have in stock, new or pre-owned, you can feel free to reach out to her or to me as you wish. Guys, thanks again for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.